Are you guys ready for a Sunday reset? We're going to work out. We're going to do some cleaning. We're going to do some meal prepping, meal planning, and it's going to be a super duper productive day. Are you ready for breakfast?
Wait. Go, babies.
Hello guys, welcome back to another vlog. This is literally my third cup of coffee, and I think it's because today it's Sunday and it's like thunderstorming. I'm supposed to get thunderstorms on and off all day, and it's like dark outside. Like you can't see outside because I've got the string lights and my ring light on because it's like so dark. I just want all the lights on in the house, and it's just dark and it's gloomy. So we're stuck inside, Rex and I. But I'm hoping to make the best of it and do like a very super productive, just like reset day. I try to do like a good reset day at least every other week, and that's just like catching up on all of like the chores, doing some cleaning, doing some meal prepping for the week. Like I find that when I can meal prep breakfast for the week, my week goes so much smoother and so much nicer because I tend to just like skip breakfast most days, which isn't good. So I'm trying to like drink my greens and actually have a full breakfast every day. But I had such a nice like lazy kind of morning. I woke up at 6 just because Alvin he works. So Alvin works on Sundays and he needs to be out the door by like 7:15. So I wake up with him at 6 just because it's a little bit easier for us to both be up in the morning. And I'm a light sleeper. If he got up without me, I'd be up anyway. So I just wake up. But I spent the morning, I did a little bit of self-care. Of course, I took care of Rex, and then I did some reading. So I thought I could take a few minutes just to talk about the last few books that I read. So I just finished reading Crying in H. Martin. This is such a good memoir. I love memoirs. Like I've loved memoirs since I was like in middle school. I would just devour any memoir I could get my hands on. And this one is just so good. Her writing style is... It makes you feel like you're sitting down and having a conversation with someone. It's not like you're sitting down and reading a book, but it's so good. It does deal with the death of a parent, so if you are dealing with grief, I feel like it might be a little bit too much for you if you're fresh off of some grief. So read some warnings, take some time. I know I'm a bit behind on this. This came out a few years ago, I think like right before COVID, but I like to wait until most books are in paperback before I pick them up. And I actually found this on sale at Target. It was like 30% off, so I grabbed it when I was at Target, and it was so good. I finished this in like a week, I want to say, just like reading a little bit before bed every night. But it was so good. So definitely adding this to my memoir collection. And before I read that, I actually read this novel called Crossings. And I'm pretty sure like I have this long list of books on like my Amazon book list that whenever I like have some money and I have like a little bit of time and like my TBR list goes down a little bit, I'll go to that list and I'll pick up a couple of books. So I honestly, for the life of me, cannot remember how I got this recommendation. I'm pretty sure it was one of those TikTok or Instagram reels where they list a bunch of book recommendations, but this was so good. I was in a reading slump before I picked this up. Like I tried like starting a couple of books and none of them are super interesting and I really didn't like want to sit down and read them, but I missed reading. So I had this one further down on my list and I just bumped it to the top and I started reading it and I could not put this book down. It was so good. I feel like I can't give a a summary without spoiling at least some of it, but I will say, so it's a novel, and in the preface they say, like, the person who found the manuscript was like, there's two different ways you can read this novel. You can either read it, first page all the way to the last page, or you could read it by what they call the Baroness sequence, which is when you kind of jump around and you get the full novel this way. Read it this way. I did a quick Google search before starting this because I didn't know, should I read it this way or should I read it the other way? And the great consensus was the first time you read it, do it with the jumping around the pages. It felt like a choose your own adventure novel. It was fun. Read it that way. And then this book has great rereadability, so you can go back and reread it the other way. So I adored this. It was so good. I could easily see this getting an HBO series or some kind of long form TV series adaptation, but it's just so good as a novel. 100%. So if you're in like a reading slump and you need a good novel, it's like mystery and romance and like, oh, it's so good. Pick this up. So those are the last two books that I read, and they got me out of this reading slump that I was in. And I think I'm finally going to go ahead and read Atomic Habits. It's one of those, it's a self-help book about, creating and keeping and enhancing your good habits, right? And I've been trying to get a little bit better with my self-care. I've been working out again 5 times a week, which has just helped tremendously with my physical health and my mental health. I've been doing Blogilates, and I want to show you guys this a little bit later. I'm super excited. I finally, with the Amazon Prime sale that just happened, I got a little walking pad treadmill for here in the apartment. And I'm super excited to use that either when I'm working or like today when it's like gloomy outside, but I need to work out and I want to walk and get some steps in. So I have that. But yeah, so I figured that now would be a good time to jump into a one of these like business self-help books. And honestly, if I get through this and it's dry and I'm not liking it, I might jump to another novel. But everyone I've known who's read this has loved it. So I'm probably gonna like it. So I think that's the next book I'm gonna pick up. So the plan for today, I spent the morning kind of being lazy, drinking my coffee, reading my book, and now I'm like ready, I'm caffeinated, I'm ready to like do some stuff. I've got to make a list. I've got to do some laundry. I want to clean the kitchen. I got to clean most of the bathroom. What else? I want to make some banana bread because I've got some bananas that are going brown. And I'm going to make dinner. I'm going to make shepherd's pie for dinner. I'm super excited for that. I think it's going to be perfect for such a gloomy rainstorm kind of day to have a nice shepherd's pie for dinner. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to work out, and then I think I'm going to do some YouTube editing, probably. I've got a video, since this is Sunday, I've got a video going live on the main channel. I'm going to make it a premiere. So I'm hoping I could work out and then like be on the walking pad during the premiere so that I can be walking the whole time the video is going up and like chatting people and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. It is currently, it's only 9:51. So that's not terrible. The premiere is, I think, did I set it for 11? I think I set it for 11. So I'm going to throw probably some laundry in. And then after I finish this third cup of coffee, probably go ahead and start my workout. Cheers.
way.
So I just finished working out and I grabbed some lunch. I was going to show you, but I was so hungry, I ate the whole thing. I had some leftover mac and cheese from the other day, so I had some of that. And then I had like one slice left of a loaf of bread that I've baked. I love baking bread. I can show you guys that in another vlog if you want. So I had one slice of bread left, so I just went ahead and toasted that, threw some butter on, and that was my lunch. I also just realized that, you know, this morning I was talking about how great it is, the meal plan, and how I'm trying to eat breakfast, and I totally skipped breakfast. So that's why I was so hungry. So that's my lunch. I know we're going to have a very big, the shepherd's pie for dinner is really filling, so I don't want to eat too much extra. So I've just got my Diet Coke. Now I wanted to show you guys the treadmill before I go ahead and put it away. Today's my first day. I mean, I used it when we first got it in just to make sure that it was working and that, you know, it would stand my weight and everything. But today was my first day doing like an actual walking workout on it. I did half an hour on and I am so happy with it. I want to test it for a little bit longer, like a few weeks before like I totally recommend it and like link it on my Amazon storefront. If you guys don't know, I do have an Amazon storefront where I link all of my favorite products. So I'll have that down in the description box and the pinned comment. But before I link this, I want to test it thoroughly because it is pretty expensive even on sale. So for the Amazon Prime Day sale, it was, I'll throw a picture of the one that I have, but I got it $100 off for Prime Day. And then there was like a coupon you could clip, and then I had $75 of gift cards. I actually ended up doing a survey for the Washington Post. If you sign up for their like research studies, I saw it on TikTok a while ago and I signed up not thinking I would get anything, but they sent out a research opportunity and all you had to do was like fill out 2 surveys and listen to a podcast and they gave you a $75 gift card. So I took that and I used it towards the treadmill. So I ended up only paying, I think it was like $150 after all was said and done for like a decent walking pad with really good reviews on Amazon. So I'm really happy with it. So let me show you what it looks like before I put it away. Is the treadmill. It was actually a little bit longer than I was kind of expecting if you put like my foot next to it. I'm a size like 8, so you can kind of get an idea of how long it is. And then the plug is right there. I plug it into the outlet over here because they recommended you plug it into an outlet that doesn't have anything else plugged in, especially an AC unit. But I adore this thing. And the best part is that it's got wheels on this side and it stores standing up. So I've been storing it behind the door of the office here. Though I do need to do a little bit of rearranging because right now I have the storage unit hanging on the back of the door, which has been a lifesaver for storing a lot of my hair care stuff. But I hung these on the wall. These are like my headbands and stuff. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep them here because the treadmill comes up to like here. So I need to definitely move this. This I might have to move, though I think the top ones are okay. So I'm debating whether I want to like just move this up or if I want to like move the headbands to a completely different area. But at this point, I don't know really where else I could put them. I'm still noodling on that, but let me show you what it looks like with the treadmill right here. So that's how the treadmill fits right there. It's actually really nice, and then when you open the door, it stays out a little bit, but honestly not too bad. It's still open enough that I can get in and out, and it's kind of out of the way. Like I said with the headbands though, if I were to hang this back up, see, like it goes onto the treadmill. So I'm debating, I'm going to leave it there for a little bit, maybe this week, just to see how I'm feeling, because I kind of like the idea of having the headbands next to the rest of my hair care stuff. But I'm also brainstorming how else I can organize this to be a little bit better, so I am still noodling on it. But for now, we've got storage. Now, real quick, before I move on and do the rest of my reset day and cleaning, I did get a little quick Sephora haul. So I was on the Sephora app the other day, and I got a notification that a product that I've been waiting literally years to come out came out, and it was like the Rouge First Access, so I jumped on it. Ooh, they're tiny. I don't know why I didn't think they'd be that small. So first for the samples, I got a little Boom Boom Cream. I love the smell of this, but I hate how expensive this is. But whenever there's a chance to get a free sample, I will get myself a free sample. That smells so nice. use up what's on that little seal. And you know, at the end of the day, it's not even that great of a lotion. Like, because feeling it now, I've got hand creams and other stuff that I like better, but just the scent of this is just so nice. Yeah. The other little sample, I got the Juliet Has a Gun Magnolia Bliss. I love getting, like, little perfume samples like this, so... Oh, that smells nice. Yeah, I mean, it smells like magnolia. Like, very pure, flowery. That's nice. It's nice. I'll put that to the side. I used to save, like, little minis like that for travel, but I don't travel a whole lot anymore, so I'm probably just going to use it. And then the last sample I got is just the Verb Ghost Exfoliating Scalp Nectar. It's supposed to be like a scalp serum, I think, and I'm always looking for a nice scalp serum, so I'll take that. Now, these were the products that I was, like, super excited to try out. This is from Givenchy, and this is the Prism Libre Blush. Now, I swear, I was like a bee wow. I have to say, it's like gotta be over a year ago. These showed up. Look how pretty that packaging is. The top is totally like a mirror. They could see it. But these came up on a bee wow, and I remember back then it was only available, I believe, in Europe or Asia. And I had no idea when they were going to launch in the US. So this is what the loose blush quadrants look like, and this is supposed to look just like the loose powder for under eyes, and I've gotten that powder in PR. I've bought that powder. It is expensive, but it is a lovely, lovely, lovely powder. So this is the loose powder, right? And I kind of was expecting these to be the same size as this, and I was like, oh, that blush would last me literally forever, right? So it is smaller. You can see this is the blush and this is the loose powder, so it's not an incredible amount smaller, but still, like, I understand it's a blush, but I paid like $40 something for these, and I'm kind of surprised it's that small. Yeah. So I got two shades. This is the shade Coral. Oh, this is the Coral shade? It doesn't look that coral. Oh, it totally is the Coral shade. Wow, okay. So I got one of the corals, and then I got a really cool, like, pink. So at first I didn't realize this was the coral one, but you can see there are some, yeah, it looks better on camera. I'm noticing that in person. But you've got some coral shades right there. And then for the hot pink one, take the poof poof out. This is just super pretty. Like, even got like a purpley kind of shade up here, because I don't really have anything this tone in my collection. So I was super excited to pick this one up. So they're both brand new. I'm going to throw them in my everyday makeup drawer, and I'm probably going to use them tomorrow. I'm super excited to jump in and just play with them. So that was it. That was my impromptu Sephora haul, just because these, like, literally the day these came out on early access, I scooped them up. Could not wait. I also have an Ulta order coming in today, but it's only a reshipment of a product that they previously sent that broke in the package, and it was a toner, so it leaked all over all the other products in my package. So that was fun, but I didn't think that would be as much fun to unpack, because it's only going to be one product, and it's a toner that broke the last time they shipped it. I gotta say, I hate Ulta shipping. The Ulta shipping is just garbage. They throw things in bubble mailers that should not be in bubble mailers. Like, at least with this Sephora order, yeah, the box is a little too big, but at least everything was packaged nicely, and it was, like, padded, right? I've never had an Ulta order, like, shipped nicely or packaged appropriately. So, anyway. All right, I will put all of this away, and then we'll be back to our cleaning marathon. The normal version can control the volume like right there on your ear. It's just amazing. That being said, they are a very expensive pair of headphones, like I mentioned. I did learn since filming that video that you can take off the earpieces and clean them, which is amazing. They're like magnetic, so you can just clean them and then put them back on, because I was a little concerned with like sweat and workouts and stuff. And they're great. They're great. I still use them. Okay, so it is 6:15. It's time to start making dinner. I had a lovely afternoon. I got all the cleaning done. I got 2 loaves of banana bread baked. And then I got to spend a couple of hours just like lounging in bed and catching up on YouTube and cuddling with Rex, which I have not done that in a few weeks. So that was actually really, really nice. And now it's time to make some shepherd's pie. So this is actually a variation of a HelloFresh meal we had. This is not sponsored. I kind of wish it was, but it's not. We've paid for HelloFresh ourselves many times. We normally do it for like a month and a half at a time to get the coupon, and then we stop, and then we save all the recipes, and then we make them ourselves. So this is the pub style shepherd's pie. So it's basically like, I compare it to as easy as, you know, when you make tacos at home. It's kind of that easy because it's basically a one pan kind of dish. And really all you have to do is like, you prep a lot of stuff. So you gotta like make mashed potatoes, and you have to like chop a lot of carrots and celery and stuff. So you probably spend more time doing the prep work than you do actually like cooking. But it's such like a good hearty like meal. Normally this is something I would make like in the dead of winter. But like today it's been like a long weekend. And today it's been like storming and gross and kind of actually a little bit colder than it's been recently because we've been in the middle of a heat wave. So thought this would be a nice kind of, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Comfort meal. There we go. Like a nice comfort meal. So I'm going to go ahead and probably start on the potatoes first so we can get them boiling for the mash. And what I like about the HelloFresh cards is that I can kind of just like we have these little magnet clips, and I will clip it and hang it right there. So I can look at the recipe while we're cooking. Just be careful you don't like light it on fire, because it hasn't happened with us yet, but there's a chance. Alright, so dinner is like 90% done. All I have to do is throw it in the toaster oven to broil and get the top all nice and crispy and let that cheese melt. So I'll throw a video in here of what it looks like when it's totally done, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this Sunday reset vlog here. I feel like we were super productive. I had a great day. I got a lot done, and I got to relax, and I got to cuddle with Rex. Made a lot of great food. This is like the best Sunday I could ever ask for. So thank you guys for coming along with me. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next vlog. Bye. It is hot in here. I'm excited to like put the fan back on.